This week, we'll be going over all of the achievements in the Beholder DLC, Blissful Sleep. We have 22 achievements in this DLC, so we're going to be going through how you can do all of these in just one playthrough. I also have a video going over all of the achievements in the base game, so be sure to go check that out if you want to get all of them. And now, let's get into it. With this DLC, of course you have to swap over to that, and it'll be the same drill as with the base game. We'll be doing Government Elite mode since there are a few achievements that have the easier Trainee mode and the normal Government Elite version. As long as you do what's required on Government Elite, you'll get both of those achievements at the same time. So start a new game and go through the beginning cutscenes to find out the setup of this DLC story. Before we get into the actual gameplay though, we'll go ahead and get both I'm Too Old for This for undergoing the Blissful Sleep procedure in advance, and Sleep Tight for Hector sleeping his blissful sleep. Just pick up the phone as soon as we get control so we can go call the Euthanasia Center. We'll tell them yes, we're ready, and we'll get this first ending and those two achievements. And now we'll go back in to start our real playthrough. Our first task, The Government Knows Everything, is honestly the hardest part of this, so after we get through this one, it'll be pretty straightforward. You'll have 72 hours to collect DNA from all of the adult tenants in your building. This is going to be one where you'll just need to talk to people and fast forward until an apartment is empty, and then go search the items in there to find the one with blue text letting you know that it's a DNA item. You'll just need to steal those as well as any red caviar or other expensive items that you can find, because you'll need a lot of money later on. Just don't steal too much, you klepto, or you'll get arrested. One trick to get everyone out of their apartments is to do Klaus's fireworks task at night, so they'll all go out to watch them. You can then run in and search their stuff while they're out front. Once you get that done, Zlata will be hit by a truck outside the building. After you talk to Klaus, it'll start the Looking for Parents task, as she was adopted and needs a family member for surgery. This task is tied to two different achievements. It's Not My Business for not telling Klaus the information once you find out, which you'll get once the timer runs out. For the purposes of this playthrough, we're gonna pretty much do everything we can for this task and then wait until it's about to expire so we can get both this and Dance Dance for completing the task and finding Zlata Shimmer's biological parents. So for now, we'll go ahead and start going through this task, which would be to call Bruno and ask him about Zlata's real parents. He'll talk for a while, but you'll want to go with the Date with Maria option. You'll let Maria know about that, she'll agree, and then you can let Bruno know. You'll have to wait a while at this point, and then you can call Bruno back and he'll let you know that the Manischeks are the real parents. This is the point where you'll wait until the end of the timer to get It's Not My Business, then reload the latest chapter and tell Klaus to move towards getting Dance Dance. Once you reload to get Dance Dance, you'll have to wait for Klaus and Jacob to talk. Then talk to him again and he'll ask that you speak to Jacob and Luisa. Once you talk to both of them, Luisa will have something for you where she wants you to get rid of Jacob so that she can go help Zlata. So call the ministry for a verbal report on Jacob and he'll be temporarily arrested. Luisa can then go to the hospital, and a while later she'll call you to request some money. You'll have to get the money for this, which you can get pretty easily by using mostly the same steps that I listed in my Saving Martha money making tips video. Once that's done, you can call her back to give her the money, and you'll have to wait a bit for her to return. She'll then have an exclamation mark above her, and you can talk to her about the surgery to get this achievement. Now that timer for that task does take a while to end, so while you're waiting for it, we can go through a lot of other achievements. The first one we can get is At Both Fronts for contributing to art development. For this one, you'll need to talk to George Delatour and talk to him about the statue he's making being a woman statue. This will start the Image of the Leader task, where you'll need to talk to Mark Ronek about a state standard form. He'll leave and then come back a while later, at which point you'll need to talk to him and give him some whiskey, which you can just buy from Nathan. He'll then give you that form so you can give it to George. You can then call Bruno and offer him the statue to finish out this achievement. And now we can start many of the achievements by moving in Khan, the mad scientist. He's going to be the way that we can get Law and Order for talking to the cat in one language. This requires a bit of setup with Khan and your cat to actually get done. So each day, your cat is going to show up with an exclamation mark above him, and you're going to need to talk to it to feed it a can of cat food. Of course, you can buy these from Nathan to make sure that you have plenty, and each time you do this, your cat will be full, so when it goes upstairs to play with the mice, it'll bring it back down and hide them in its bed. You can then pick these up until you have enough to bring Khan 5 of them for his first task. We have a few achievements that we'll need to get through before we'll get the next part of this though, so we'll come back to this in a little bit. For now, we'll get Marry Drakaris for warming the old lady. After Khan has moved in, you can talk to Rosa about her being cold and offer your sympathy. Then go talk to Khan, talk about different remedies, and choose Caliphation for the cure. You could then go give that to Rosa for her cold, and she'll take it. She definitely gets pretty warm from that, with a little bit of a side effect. Then we can get Yo Ho Ho for being friends with a pirate. You'll need to move in Murray Gibbs and then talk to him. Eventually he'll pop up with an exclamation mark and you can start the Honor and Respect task. You'll need to then check the mail for an ad for an audition, call that number and tell Murray about the cool audition that he can do. Once he comes back, he'll ask for a parrot to make him stand out even further for his pirate role. You can buy one from Nathan and give it to him. After a while, he's gonna have another exclamation mark to let you know that he got the part and you'll get the achievement. Then we can reload the Honor and Respect save so that we can start working on Leg Grower for helping the war veteran grow back his leg. You'll need to make sure that you don't go any further in the Honor and Respect task, as that will lock you out of getting Murray to have another exclamation mark to give you the An Old Wound task. Once you get that, you can go talk to Khan, ask about remedies, and the amputee option. You'll get the Leg Grow potion, which you can then go give to Murray, and he'll die, unlocking this achievement. Then we can get Love Potion 9 for trying to help George with his mistress. You'll start this one by talking to George about his mistress. He'll ask you to get him a love potion, which you of course would talk to Khan about, and he'll say that he'll do it, but you'll have to plant bed bugs in your apartment. So you'll go do that, listen to all the complaints, and talk to Khan about fixing it. So then you can either go through and sell those to your tenants, or just use some reputation to call in exterminators. Khan will also tell you that he needs a personal item from the victim, patient, in order to make the potion. So go talk to Jean, try to get a personal item, take her purse, and give that to Khan. He'll give you the potion, which you'll then just have to go give to Jean for this achievement. And now we can work on Awesome Descartres for giving another potion to the tenant Johann Bessler. Once you move Johann in, you can talk to him. Do not hit the What He Wants option, as that will lock you out from getting this. You'll then need to talk to Khan, ask about remedies, and get the Mental Prowess potion. Give that to Johann, and he goes straight past being a 5-head to the point where his head actually explodes. We can then get Blast from the Past for having the ghosts from the past haunt someone. This will be done by moving in Lionel Kramer, go search his apartment, specifically his wardrobe, and check the skeleton in his closet. You can then steal a bone from it, go talk to Lionel and discuss the skeleton, where he'll need to explain it, and you can agree to bring him a suitcase. Talk to him again to discuss his wife, and then you can go talk to Khan about remedies and the cure for sorrow. Then you can go give that to Lionel, and he'll die from the ghost of his past, getting you that achievement. We can then reload the skeleton in the closet task save and work on You're Not Hannibal Lecter for bringing justice. Go to your phone and request DNA identification. The courier will come and you'll give him the bone. A little bit later you'll get a call confirming that Lionel is indeed the White Glove murderer. So then you'll need to report him for that, and he'll be arrested to get you that achievement. Now we can get Look Into the Monster's Eyes for another potion task with Christopher Danson. You'll need to move him and his wife in and spy on them until you witness their domestic violence. Then talk to Christopher about it and ask what's up for 500 rep, and then talk to his wife about it. You can then go talk to Khan and you'll be able to get the Remedy for Fear, which you can give to Christopher, and he'll take it and die, getting you that achievement. If you made it this far in the video, be sure to let me know down in the comments what you thought about the game, hit the like button, subscribe for more achievement guides, and if you want to support the channel even further, hit the join button to become a member. Now going back over to the Law and Order achievement, since we've done all of these potions with Khan, when you speak to him at some point, you can also do the Ask What He Needs option, and he'll give you a potion to talk to your cat. So you can drink that and go talk to the cat to get that achievement. Now when you do this, you also open up the option to get a lot of money, which we're gonna need to get 111 kilometers and Work or Die, for working in the archives until the end of your life. When you talk to the cat, it'll mention there being a stash of $40,000 hidden out front of your building. It's a tricky spot to find with your mouse, but just come over here on the right side of the building and look right around here to find it. At some point, Bruno will ask you to find the absentee certificate from Klaus, so you'll need to go grab that and let Bruno know that you've got it. He'll come wait outside so that you can give it to him, and then you can go talk to him about avoiding euthanasia. It costs a lot of money to do, but the money we get from the cat will help quite a bit. So once you have that money, you can call Bruno again and give that to him. Then just call the euthanasia center, say yes you're ready, and you'll get our first real ending, which will get you these 2 achievements. We can then reload the ministry order save to get District 9 for Hector ending his life in the slums. So again, you'll go through the steps of talking to Christopher Danton about his domestic abuse. After talking to both of them, you'll need to search his apartment for the letter from his father to record it. Then talk to him again, ask about his father, continue for 500 rep, make him help, and then talk to him again immediately after to discuss the agreement. You can then call the euthanasia center and choose yes you're ready to get this achievement for this ending. Now load the ministry order save again and we'll go ahead to get Whiskered Idler for trying to get rid of the animal. This can be done by getting some red caviar, putting it in your cat's blanket, mark it as evidence, and then report your cat to get this achievement. The ministry does not care about this, so we'll go ahead and get Live Like a Boss for feeding the cat with the banned food. So to do this, we're going to pick that caviar back up from the blanket, and the next time the cat's hungry, just feed it with the caviar to get this one. Now we can go for the Without a Severance Pay achievement for Hector going abroad. To get this, we'll need to go through all of those steps again with Christopher and his wife, but this time when you talk to him with his father's letter, you're going to go with the 1000 rep Ask for Help option. Then talk to his wife, discuss saving relatives, and convince with 2000 rep. Then talk to Christopher again, ask what he wants, and at this point you'll need to make sure that you have less than $30,000. If you have more than that, just sell things to get below that level, and call the euthanasia center to say yes you're ready. This will get you that ending for not having that much money when you go abroad. At this point we'll reload the ministry order save again and go for the last 2 achievements, Dolce Vita and I Made It in Life for Hector going abroad and being guaranteed a comfortable life. For this, you'll want to go through all of the same steps as with the last achievement, but once you finally confirm things with Danton, you'll want to make sure that you have more than $30,000 this time. So once you have that money, you can call the euthanasia center and get this ending, which is the absolute best ending. And with that, we have all of the Blissful Sleep DLC achievements in Beholder. If you haven't already, be sure to check out my playlist for my other Beholder achievement guides or whichever my videos YouTube recommends.